Okay, tell me who you are.
Avner from Boxee.
We'll show the T-shirt there and get the
Okay.
logo in there. So Avner, we've spoken before. We've spoken on tape before. But one of the things I want to talk to you about is last week the Hulu desktop app came out.
Yep.
Now, what was it like at Boxee HQ when you read about the Hulu desktop app?
I don't know about the HQ. I can't, it's not one of those moments that I can recollect where I was. I think I saw it on Twitter. We're surprised because, the sense we've got before was that, Hulu and its content partners don't feel comfortable with having a desktop app that makes it easy for you to control Hulu with a remote control and in a lean-back experience, 10-foot experience. So we're surprised in a good way because I think that means that either it was because of Boxee or because of their own inertia, but suddenly they feel that that's something that's a use case that they want to support. So I hope what it means that eventually platforms like Boxee and others will be able to support the Hulu desktop experience on their platform. So we would love to have the Hulu desktop experience as it exists today as a Boxee application. I don't know if it's realistic at this stage, but that's where I hope it's going to go. Because obviously, if their main concern was, we don't want people to have it too easy when they connect to the TV, obviously that concern has somehow either gone away or has less importance right now.
Well, they forbid it from being on anything other than a PC.
Yeah, but it's, the reality is, if you make it work with a remote control, the use case is very clear, right? You connect the cable to a bigger screen and you use a remote control in order to use it. Otherwise, if you're next to the laptop with the keyboard, you'll just go to hulu.com. I mean, nobody's, I think nobody buys it, the fact that it's just for a desktop. It's clear that it's a desktop that's connected to something. So just calling it a desktop doesn't make it so, and calling it lean back rather than calling it 10-foot, I guess it's more diplomatic, and the semantics worked, but the reality is the same. That's the use case.
You weren't even just a little mad?
Mm-hmm.
Were you a little mad?
Mad?
Mad, upset?
No, I think what we're upset in general is that rather than having a great partnership, is that it went down this road, that it's like this back and forth and a conflict, and we hope that's going to go away. But no, I think honestly that it opens a lot of opportunity for us, because if Hulu, if it's okay now to do stuff like Boxee, that means that more media companies are going to go in that direction, and hopefully not just the people that are involved with Hulu will get more comfortable.
There's been a lot of activity in this space, this kind of TV, web video space, between Hulu desktop app and like the YouTube Excel announcement yesterday. What's kind of your take on the activity in the space right now?
I think it speaks to the fact that use case, people connecting to a bigger screen and using a remote control to access the media, becomes something significant enough that companies are starting to invest resources in making sure their services work properly in that setting. I think YouTube Excel is a great thing to happen, and is a much better use case, in my opinion, than what we're doing with what you're seeing with the Hulu desktop. Because Hulu desktop, what it means is that you have a separate application for Hulu, and then think about if YouTube would have released YouTube desktop and Amazon would have released Amazon desktop, and everybody releases its own application. That's not great for the consumer. I think what YouTube has done, the fact that they created an experience that can be in any browser that is designed for a 10-foot can be exposed, I think that's the best way to go. So what we hope is going to happen is that you'll see more and more companies creating 10-foot friendly experiences of their content, and then companies like Boxee can support it on their platforms.
And when do you integrate the new YouTube Excel? I realized that it just came out yesterday.
Right, just came out yesterday, and
but you guys are fast. You guys are on Twitter. You guys are all about instant and.
So if you want to support YouTube Excel as is, we'll need to make sure our browser, the Boxee browser, supports YouTube Excel, and that the navigation with the remote is mapped to the fields in the UI. So I hope we can get it done quickly. I think it's a great YouTube experience for 10-foot. And if we do that, if our browser supports that implementation, then I think we can support many more websites and services that are going to make their content available in 10-foot. So hopefully it's going to be a new drive by content companies to create those 10-foot experiences, and the more the better.